Okay, so this is a demo of our medical logging application, Minder. This is an application meant to help replace some of the paperwork-based systems that hospitals currently use, and this allows nurses, doctors, and other medical staff to go in and, after taking your blood pressure or something like that, you can go in and record vitals here, and all of this is backed by a database. So we've got some, fake users right now. We've got some login information already here, but you'd log in like this. And then, the first thing to note is that you've got the currently logged in user's name here in case they forget it in a horrible medical staffing accident. And we've got a list of their patients. Now, the person logging in may be a doctor or a floor nurse who's responsible for all the patients on a floor, or just a general nurse. And in all of those cases, the patient list works the same. It's just a list of the patients that they're responsible for. And they can go in and select Jeff Tan, and let's say they take the blood pressure and they want to record that. They would just select, and actually you'll notice here that the patient name also is listed here to make sure that they know who they're working with in case they forget. They would select blood pressure, and then they'd put in the systolic number, and then the diastolic number, and these numbers put the di in diastolic. You submit here, and then the information is pushed to the database. Now, we've got an SQLite database underlying this for now, but obviously in any real-world implementation, you would use some SQL implementation or something over a network, and you would adapt it to a given hospital schema, but that should be fairly trivial to change. So we also have the option to graph patient information. And we have a couple of options here. For one, you can input date constraints so that you can restrict it down to a smaller period of time. You can also select which graphs you want. And the powerful thing about this is that, while yes, if you really wanted to get any detailed information about a given patient and their vital information, you'd look at the hard numbers backed by in the database. But this is a quick and dirty way to check out some trends. So let's say the patient's blood pressure was spiking at certain points in the day. You could go in and you could say, okay, let me check this against temperature. And you could graph it and look, and you might be able to observe some trends where, okay, it looks like it's spiking at the same time temperature is. Maybe the patient's temperature is, you can make inferences about that. One thing to note about our beautiful giraffe here, this is mock data. We had a little bit of difficulty implementing some of the queries, but the data actually is being drawn programmatically. So it would be, as soon as we're able to iron out some of the difficulties that we've had with some of the queries, all we have to do is push the information in, and it'll be working properly. For now, though, that does prove that this concept works and that it should be effective. Additionally, we have a manage patient screen, which allows head nurses, floor nurses, to select a patient, and then they can assign it to Dr. Evil, one of their nurses or other medical staff, and submit. And this will allow Dr. Evil to manage Jeff Tan and to take vitals for him and record, chart his vitals as well. So that's a quick run through of our app, and hope you like the demo.